Simple conversations often seem unimportant, but they shape our daily lives more than we realize. A short greeting in the morning can change someone's mood for the rest of the day. Saying good morning to a neighbor or coworker creates a small connection that makes people feel seen. These moments do not require perfect grammar or advanced vocabulary. What matters is the intention behind the words. Simple conversations help us practice listening, show respect, and build confidence in speaking, especially for language learners who want real-life communication. One of the most common but meaningful conversations happens when we ask, "How are you?" This question may sound routine, but it opens the door to human connection. Sometimes the answer is short, and sometimes it leads to a deeper exchange. Listening carefully is just as important as speaking. When we truly listen, people feel valued. For language learners, this kind of conversation is a great chance to practice polite responses, emotional words, and natural intonation without feeling pressure to speak perfectly. Conversations about daily plans may feel boring, but they play a big role in communication. Talking about what you will do today or tomorrow helps organize thoughts and share responsibility. For example, discussing work schedules, study plans, or simple goals builds trust between people. These talks often use basic verbs and time expressions, making them ideal for learners at A2 or B1 level. Over time, repeating these simple structures helps speaking become automatic and more confident. Small conversations during waiting moments can make time pass faster and feel lighter. Chatting while standing in line, riding an elevator, or waiting for a bus creates friendly energy. These talks are usually short and relaxed, which reduces stress for speakers. Topics like weather, traffic, or daily routines are easy and safe. For learners, these moments are valuable practice because mistakes feel less serious. The goal is not perfection, but comfort and connection. Apologizing and thanking are simple conversations that carry strong meaning. Saying sorry or thank you shows awareness and kindness. These expressions help repair small problems and strengthen relationships. Even a short apology can reduce tension, while a sincere thank you can improve someone's day. For language learners, mastering these phrases is essential. They appear often in real life and require clear tone more than complex grammar. Using them correctly builds trust and social confidence. Talking about food is one of the easiest and most enjoyable conversations people have. Asking someone what they like to eat or sharing a favorite meal creates a friendly atmosphere. Food conversations often lead to memories, culture, and emotions. They use simple words but feel personal. For language learners, this topic is perfect because it appears everywhere, from restaurants to family gatherings. Practicing food conversations helps learners feel more natural and relaxed while speaking. Simple conversations about work or study help people understand each other better. Asking what someone does or what they are studying shows interest and respect. These talks do not need deep details to be meaningful. Even short answers can build connection. For learners, this topic introduces common verbs and everyday vocabulary. Over time, repeating these conversations improves fluency and reduces fear of speaking with new people. Conversations about feelings may feel uncomfortable at first, but they are very important. Saying that you feel tired, happy, stressed, or excited helps others understand you better. These simple emotional words create honesty and trust. For language learners, learning to express feelings is a big step forward. It allows real communication instead of memorized sentences. Using feelings in conversation makes speech more human and meaningful. Asking for help is a simple conversation that many people avoid. However, it is a natural and healthy part of communication. Saying you need help shows honesty, not weakness. These conversations often use polite language and clear requests. For learners, asking for help is useful because it builds confidence and encourages interaction. It also gives chances to practice listening carefully and responding politely. Ending a conversation politely is just as important as starting one. Simple phrases like saying goodbye or wishing someone a good day leave a positive impression. These small endings show respect and care. For learners, practicing conversation endings helps sound natural and complete. It teaches timing and tone, not just words. A good ending makes people feel comfortable and open to future conversations. Talking about daily routines is a common and useful conversation topic. People often ask what time you wake up, work, or relax. These talks feel normal and safe, especially with new people. For language learners, daily routines include simple present tense and common time words. Repeating these conversations helps learners feel confident using basic grammar. Over time, describing daily habits becomes automatic and supports smoother communication in real life. Weather is a small topic, but it connects people easily. Talking about rain, sun, or cold weather breaks silence in many situations. These conversations are short, simple, and friendly. For learners, weather words are easy to remember and useful every day. They also help practice adjectives and basic sentence structures. Even a short comment about the weather can start a longer and more meaningful conversation. Talking about plans helps people understand each other's priorities. Sharing weekend or holiday plans feels natural and interesting. These conversations use future ideas but with simple language. For learners, talking about plans introduces basic future forms and time expressions. It also helps them express hopes and intentions. Discussing plans makes conversations feel alive and forward-looking, not only focused on the present moment. Talking about small problems is an important part of daily communication. Sharing simple issues like being late or feeling tired creates understanding. These conversations build empathy and trust. For learners, problem conversations teach useful phrases for explaining situations. They also help practice polite language. Learning to talk about small problems prepares learners for real-life situations where clear communication matters. Simple conversations about preferences help people feel known and respected. Saying what you like or dislike is honest and personal. These talks use easy vocabulary but create real connection. For learners, preferences introduce common verbs and adjectives. They also encourage longer answers instead of single words. Talking about likes and dislikes makes communication warmer and more engaging. Talking about work or study is one of the most common daily conversations. People often ask what you do, where you work, or what you study. These questions help others understand your routine and lifestyle. For language learners, this topic introduces useful job and study vocabulary. It also helps practice simple present tense clearly. Being able to talk about work or studies makes conversations smoother and helps learners feel more comfortable in social and professional situations. Talking about food is an easy and enjoyable conversation topic. People love sharing what they eat, cook, or order at restaurants. These conversations feel friendly and relaxed. For learners, Food topics include many common words used in daily life. They also help practice expressing opinions politely. Talking about food often leads to longer conversations and shared experiences, especially when people discover similar tastes or favorite meals. Asking for help is a simple but meaningful conversation skill. People ask for help when they feel confused or unsure. These moments require clear and polite language. For learners, learning how to ask for help builds confidence. It teaches useful phrases for real situations. Knowing how to ask for help reduces stress and prevents misunderstandings. This skill is important in daily life, travel, and work environments. Short conversations about health are very common in daily life. People often talk about feeling tired, having a headache, or needing rest. These conversations are simple but important. For learners, health topics teach useful body and feeling words. They also help practice basic explanations. Being able to talk about health needs helps learners communicate clearly and feel understood by others. Talking about transportation is a practical conversation skill. People discuss buses, trains, traffic, or travel time every day. These conversations are useful in cities and during travel. For learners, transportation topics introduce common verbs and directions. They also help practice asking and answering questions. Knowing how to talk about transportation makes daily life easier and helps learners move confidently in new places. Talking about hobbies is a warm and positive type of conversation. People enjoy sharing how they spend their free time and what makes them happy. These conversations help others see your personality beyond work or study. For language learners, hobbies are an excellent topic because the vocabulary is simple and personal. Talking about hobbies also creates opportunities to ask follow-up questions, which keeps conversations alive and natural. Simple conversations about the past help people share experiences and memories. Talking about yesterday, last weekend, or a recent event creates connection through storytelling. For learners, these conversations introduce basic past tense forms in a natural way. Even short sentences can communicate meaningful stories. Sharing small memories helps people feel closer and allows learners to practice describing events without needing complex language. Conversations about feelings are simple but powerful. Saying you feel happy, stressed, tired, or excited helps others understand your emotional state. These conversations build trust and empathy. For language learners, learning basic feeling words is essential for real communication. Expressing emotions clearly reduces misunderstandings and helps people respond appropriately. Even simple emotional statements can strengthen relationships and improve understanding. Giving simple opinions is an important conversation skill. People often share what they like or dislike in daily situations. These conversations help others understand preferences and choices. For learners, expressing opinions teaches polite sentence structures. Using phrases like "I think" or "I prefer" keeps conversations respectful. Sharing opinions also encourages discussion and helps learners feel confident about expressing their own ideas. Ending a conversation politely is just as important as starting one. Saying goodbye in a friendly way leaves a positive impression. These moments may be short, but they shape how people remember the interaction. For learners, practicing polite endings builds social confidence. Simple phrases help conversations close naturally. A good ending shows respect and keeps relationships comfortable for future interactions. Simple conversations about weather may seem boring, but they help people start talking easily. Talking about rain, sun, or cold feels safe and friendly. These conversations are common with strangers or coworkers. For language learners, weather topics introduce basic adjectives and common expressions. They are perfect for practicing small talk without pressure. Even short weather conversations help learners feel more relaxed and confident when speaking English in daily situations. Talking about free time plans helps people connect and make arrangements. Conversations about movies, walks, or simple activities are very common. These topics help learners practice future forms in an easy way. For example, talking about plans for the evening or weekend builds confidence. Sharing plans also invites others to join, which makes conversations more social and friendly. These small talks help language learners sound more natural. Simple conversations about problems help people feel supported. Talking about small issues like being tired, late, or confused allows others to understand you better. These conversations are honest and practical. For learners, problem-related talk introduces useful verbs and polite requests. Learning how to explain small problems helps avoid misunderstandings. It also teaches learners how to ask for patience or support in a respectful way. Talking about daily routines is one of the most useful conversation skills. People often ask about waking up, working hours, or evening habits. These conversations help build familiarity and trust. For learners, routines provide clear sentence patterns and common verbs. Repeating these conversations helps learners speak more smoothly. Talking about routines also makes it easier to continue conversations naturally. Simple conversations about learning and progress can be very motivating. Talking about what you are learning or improving shows effort and growth. These conversations encourage support and understanding. For learners, discussing learning experiences helps practice reflection and simple explanation. Sharing progress also builds confidence and reminds learners that improvement takes time. These talks help keep motivation alive and positive. Simple conversations about neighbors can build a sense of community. Saying hello, asking about their day, or offering small help creates friendly relationships. These talks are usually short but meaningful. For language learners, conversations with neighbors are great practice because they use daily vocabulary and simple structures. Being able to speak politely in these moments increases confidence. Over time, these small exchanges can turn into stronger connections and a more comfortable living environment. Talking about shopping is a common and useful conversation topic. People often discuss prices, choices, or favorite stores. These conversations happen in markets, malls, or online. For learners, shopping topics introduce numbers, comparisons, and polite questions. Practicing these conversations prepares learners for real-life situations. Knowing how to ask about prices or sizes makes communication smoother and less stressful. Conversations about technology are very common today. People talk about phones, apps, or internet problems almost every day. These talks may seem simple, but they are practical and modern. For learners, technology topics introduce useful everyday vocabulary. They also help practice explaining problems clearly. Being able to talk about devices or online issues helps learners feel comfortable in many situations. Talking about personal goals creates inspiring conversations. People enjoy sharing what they hope to achieve in the future. These talks can be about health, study, travel, or career plans. For learners, goal conversations help practice future forms and motivational language. Speaking about goals also builds confidence and clarity. Even simple goal statements can create positive energy and deeper understanding between people. Simple conversations about daily challenges help people feel understood. Talking about being busy, feeling stressed, or managing time connects people through shared experience. These conversations show honesty and build trust. For learners, discussing challenges introduces practical vocabulary and useful expressions. It also teaches balance between sharing problems and staying positive. Small, honest conversations can strengthen relationships and improve communication skills. Talking about time and schedules is an important daily conversation skill. People often discuss being early, late, or busy during the day. These conversations help manage expectations and reduce stress. For language learners, time-related topics introduce common phrases and prepositions. Learning how to talk about time clearly helps avoid confusion. Simple sentences about schedules make daily communication smoother and more organized. Simple conversations about feelings during the day help people connect emotionally. Talking about feeling tired in the morning or relaxed in the evening feels natural and honest. These moments help others understand your mood. For learners, daily feeling expressions are useful and easy to practice. Expressing feelings clearly improves communication and builds empathy. These conversations are small but meaningful. Talking about preferences is a common and helpful conversation topic. People often share what they like or do not like about food, music, or activities. These conversations help others understand your choices. For learners, preference conversations introduce simple opinion phrases. Learning how to express likes and dislikes politely builds confidence. These talks often lead to longer and more engaging conversations. Short conversations about help and support are very important in daily life. People ask for help at work, at home, or in public places. These moments require polite and clear language. For learners, learning how to ask for help builds independence. Knowing the right phrases makes communication easier. Asking for help shows confidence, not weakness, and helps daily life run smoothly. Talking about simple successes creates positive conversations. Sharing small achievements like finishing a task or learning something new feels encouraging. These conversations spread motivation and support. For learners, talking about success helps practice past tense and positive expressions. Celebrating small wins builds confidence and joy. These conversations remind people that progress matters, even in small steps. Talking about challenges and how you solve them teaches problem-solving skills. People often share small difficulties like forgetting keys, missing a bus, or managing tasks. These talks help others give advice and feel connected. For learners, discussing challenges introduces practical vocabulary and sentence structures. Learning to explain problems clearly improves communication and confidence. Simple conversations about daily problems make language learning real and meaningful. Sharing daily habits helps people understand each other better. Talking about morning routines, favorite meals, or evening activities creates connection. For learners, these conversations practice simple present tense and common verbs. Asking and answering questions about habits improves fluency. Listening to how others describe routines teaches new vocabulary and expressions. These small talks strengthen understanding and make communication easier. Talking about hobbies makes conversations fun and lively. People share interests like reading, sports, painting, or music. These talks allow learners to practice vocabulary about activities and likes. Asking questions about hobbies encourages dialogue and builds confidence. Discussing hobbies often leads to friendly connections and shared experiences. Learners can enjoy expressing themselves and listening to others in a relaxed way. Small hobby conversations are simple but engaging and motivating. Conversations about simple future plans teach learners to use will and going to. People discuss trips, study schedules, or weekend activities. These talks help learners express intentions and expectations. Asking about future plans encourages interaction and sharing. It also prepares learners for real-life situations where planning is needed. Discussing plans keeps conversations lively and gives learners practical practice with future tense. Small discussions about the future improve both speaking and listening skills. Finally, reflecting on small daily conversations shows their real value. Even short talks about simple topics help improve listening, speaking, and vocabulary. Learners gain confidence with every interaction. Practicing conversations regularly creates progress over time. Simple daily interactions teach patience, politeness, and clarity. They also make language learning practical, enjoyable, and memorable. Small, meaningful talks are the foundation for real communication skills and lifelong language improvement.